What is up, everybody, and welcome to my weekday grind. I'm talking 70 miles of stop-and-go traffic to work every Monday through Friday. You know, I recently came to this realization that I can't imagine that I love it when you see somebody in their mirror and they're looking at you with like a grumpy face and they're like, I'm not moving for you. What is that? Debris, piece of metal. Anyhow, back to what I was saying. So I recently came to the realization that, thank you, girl. I can't imagine that this air that I'm breathing right now is at all good for me. And I'm obviously concerned about emissions from these vehicles. But what bothers me more than anything right now is their brake dust. I mean, we all see in our back wheels and how bad they get with the brake dust. Imagine all these cars with 4 sets of brakes. And I'm on a downhill, right? You probably can't tell right now, but this is a downhill, so all these people are off and on their brakes. And I've been commuting on these highways for like 7 years. So I'm like, man, how much of this crap have I been breathing, you know? And it's not just brake dust, it's, you know, tire dust and the dirt in the road. It's a combination of things. I just feel real uneasy lately about the quality of air in this environment. So you know what? I did something about it. I went online and I started doing my research. And so I went online and I found a pollution mask, and the one I'm using is made by Engineering Essentials. It was like 17 bucks on Amazon, and it looked like a good mask. I like that it didn't have the neoprene that goes around the back of your neck, because those always get pushed down by your helmet. It's just got these little strings that go around your ears, which are adjustable. It had like a little valve in the front to make you breathe easier, which after using the mask for about a week now, I don't think it works, but you still feel some air restriction. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, well, we all know that back in the 80s, like around 1980, something like that, it became apparent that there was asbestos used in making brake pads. So the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, they banned asbestos in brake pads, but see, that's the problem with saddlebags right there. You don't have enough room to get through these little holes. Yeah, that's funny, man. She was on her phone and I revved my motor and she jumped. That's hilarious. And then she honks at me. That's so funny. All right, so they banned brake pads, or I'm sorry, so they banned asbestos in brake pads, but then that got overturned like in 1986, and most car manufacturers quit doing it, but the aftermarket brake companies, they're still using asbestos in their brakes. So all these cars are producing like a fine brake powder that's being emitted into the air, and us guys on motorcycles, we're just sitting here like dummies breathing it in. And that's not the only thing these brake pads produce. They also produce copper and iron, and it's just a fine powder that you can't even see that's just going into my lungs right now. Now, normally I'd be wearing my mask as we film this video, but I tried talking in it and it sounded really muffled. So I'm not wearing it right this minute, and I'm hating life right now for you guys. Yeah, I started wearing this mask every day, and I'll say this, man, I just feel way more comfortable about breathing this air, you know, and being surrounded by all these cars. Because, you know, I'm not going to wear the mask if I'm just doing like a weekend ride out somewhere, you know, just a ride here and there. But, you know, this is my weekday commute. And when you think about how many hours and how many miles, you know, I'm in this environment, it's kind of scary, man. I mean, like, I've been doing this for like 7 years, and hopefully it's not too late to, you know, save the damage in my lungs. Now, I know this isn't a very exciting topic. It's not a really exciting vlog, but I think it's pretty important information to bring to you guys, you know, because A, it's a safety hazard, and B, you know, but I feel like it's an important message to bring to you guys, because you know, our health is at risk. And there's a lot of people that are stuck in traffic. Like California, yeah, we can split lanes like this and it makes life so much better. Imagine you guys who are stuck in traffic and surrounded by all these cars and there's nowhere to go and nothing to do about it. And look at this, man, we just keep on moving, but that doesn't mean we're not breathing crappy air. This air is garbage. Even on these freeways, if things are moving along, you're thinking, okay, well, there's got to be less brake dust, right? Because everybody's moving. Well, no, I mean, okay, let's say this freeway will be moving in a couple hours. Look at all these cars that are just creating brake dust and just dropping it onto the freeway. And then when things start moving later, they just all get kicked back up, you know? God, I just, after wearing that mask for a week, I just feel like I don't even want to breathe right now. I feel like my throat's burning from all this garbage in the air. It's probably just in my head, you know? So even when I'm going to work and I'm in these lanes over here and I'm trucking along and these lanes over here are all stop and go, I still feel like I don't want to breathe that air because, you know, they're just all creating brake dust. So yeah, if you guys value your lungs and you're on the freeways a lot like me, I think you should seriously take a look at putting on a pollution mask, they call them. Oh, my bandana's coming off. Oh man. Stick it down my jacket. You know, a good way for you guys to test how much grime you guys experience on the roads, next time you're putting on your helmet, flip up your face shield and take your naked finger and wipe it on the inside of your shield, and I almost guarantee you're gonna find some grunge on there. Wow, man, we must be having some big fires around here I hadn't heard about. Look at these crazy skies. Eesh. Another thing I'd also notice whenever I get to work is I would sneeze a lot. I would have these sneezing fits and I'm like, why am I sneezing? I don't have a cold. I never really thought too much about it until now. Wow, look at that blood red sun from all the fire smoke in the sky. That looks wicked. Look at what's going on here. There's a huge fire somewhere and look at all the smoke out there through those mountains, in those valleys, all the way around as far as I can see. This whole area is covered in smoke and that's just ominous up there. I don't know what's going on. Alright guys, that does it for this Monday's video. Thanks for hanging out with me and I will see you guys next Monday.